Once again, back with another video. Checking out the Google News feed once again, and this article, or not even this article, but this notification that was talking about Gennady Golovkin possibly signing, partnering up. I'm not sure if it meant signing a deal with Eddie Hearn or just partnering up and working together in some type of co-promotion capacity, because Golovkin does have his own promotional company now. Hey, what's up, Scant Rants? Yeah, so I don't know if they're just going to be partnering up and working together as promoters, or if Golovkin is going to be signing a promotional contract with Eddie Hearn. I don't know. I'm kind of guessing that maybe they may be partnering up together, and Eddie Hearn may be helping him out with his own promotional company that Golovkin has, and with his own type of fighters that he has. He has a stable of Eastern European fighters that he's been working with, and part of the reason why Golovkin did sign with his own, so he says, so he can get his fighters a platform to fight on. So I don't think Golovkin would necessarily have to sign a promotional contract with Eddie Hearn. I mean, they could partner up and work together, and I think Eddie Hearn could help him out by getting opponents for his stable of fighters that he has. So I'm curious to see, the details of how this partnership, if it is at all accurate, because this did come from Mike Coppinger, with all due respect, and sometimes he's right, sometimes he's wrong. He talked about the Andy Ruiz situation with Eddie Hearn, and he's been partially right about that. I mean, obviously there are some concerns from Andy Ruiz's side about fighting in Saudi, but let's see if he's right about this too, because Golovkin seems to have been cleaning house lately. Got rid of Sanchez, got rid of his management team. He's kind of shaking things up a little bit. It almost looks like he's kind of paranoid now. Ever since he signed that deal with the Zone, and he got that large amount of money, it seems like he's a little bit worried that the people that are were around him, all of a sudden they're going to be looking for a bigger chunk, and trying to get a big chunk of that money that he's making. And because he's older now and he's in the twilight of his career, he realizes that the window is closing, the door is closing. So possibly he's thinking to himself, I want to get all these people out of my pockets and kind of minimize my costs as much as possible, so I could ride off into the sunset with most of my money and a bigger chunk of my money. So I have this, big deal. So now everyone's going to try to dip in my pockets for more money. Maybe he has that mentality. Maybe he's a little bit paranoid about that. So this is why he feels as though he needs to shake things up a little bit. And maybe he feels that if he partners up with Eddie Hearn, it can only enhance his own promotional company, because he's with the Zone, Golovkin is, and there's a ton of opponents there for him. Even though this Canelo situation hasn't worked out, there's Callum Smith out there for him. There's Billy Joe Saunders now that Billy Joe Saunders is with Eddie Hearn. I'm sure he'll be fighting on the Zone now as well. There's other super middleweights that he could be fighting. Daniel Jacobs, he could rematch at super middleweight. So there's a lot of opportunities, particularly in the middleweight and super middleweight division, for Gennady Golovkin. So I don't think he needs Eddie Hearn to make those matchups. I mean, it could help to have a good relationship with Eddie Hearn and a good working relationship with Eddie Hearn in order to put those matchups together. I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but I'm just curious to see what type of capacity this partnership is going to be. How involved is Eddie Hearn going to be with Golovkin? And, will Golovkin have to sign any type of exclusivity deal with Eddie Hearn? Who knows? But, Golovkin seems to be switching things up a lot now. And he's changing his whole inner circle, so to speak. How is this going to impact Tom Loeffler? Will he still be involved in some type of capacity? Because there's also been rumors that Tom Loeffler's role has been limited as well. So I think what this all boils down to is money, which a lot of times that's that's the definitely the motivating factor in a lot of decision making in the sport of boxing. It all boils down to money and power. And Golovkin seems to be wanting to take full control of his career and not have to rely on all these other people to get things done for him, because it looks like he's trying to get rid of the overhead. He's trying to get rid of the reduce his costs. It looks like to me. And maybe at this stage of his career, maybe he's already established. Maybe he doesn't need all of this extra help, all this extra labor around him, because he does have the big deal with the zone now. So now he's already connected. Apparently Eddie Hearn helped work out that deal too. So maybe he feels like in order to become a big-time promoter, he needs to be working with someone like an Eddie Hearn to kind of mentor him a little bit and show him how it's done. Sort of like how Bob Arum did it with Oscar De La Hoya. I mean, Oscar De La Hoya was with Bob Arum for years, and it's hard for me to imagine that Oscar De La Hoya didn't pick up or learn anything from Bob Arum over the years. So I'm just, like I said, let's see how this thing plays out. I don't really have too much to say about it because I don't know the details. Mike Coppinger just said that Golovkin will be partnering up with Eddie Hearn. So Golovkin hasn't come out with a statement. Eddie Hearn hasn't come out with a statement. So let's just see how this plays out in the next coming days or even weeks to see if they actually have a formal agreement in place where these guys will be working together in some type of capacity or other. All right, guys, that's all I got right now. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? And do you think this is just a rumor, or do you think it's going to happen? Does it sound like it's plausible to you? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Until next time, Beaver's out. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great day. And maybe I'll be popping on later as more stories break so I can give you my opinion on the stories, tell you what I think about them, and basically weigh in on if it's just speculation or rumors, or if I think that these stories that pop up periodically in the Google feed, if they're real or not. Because a lot of this stuff you have to take with a grain of salt, just like that Mayweather story yesterday. Mayweather came out and basically said that was an old video, that he's not fighting Manny Pacquiao. So these guys that are in the media right now love to jump the gun, and then they end up looking like they have egg on their face at the end of the day. And so I like to just do a disclaimer sometimes. If I'm not 100% sure that the story's true, I'll let you know that this is possibly true. It sounds like a rumor right now, but whether or not it's 100% true, I don't know. And that's the same deal and same situation with this story right now. I don't know if this is true, so we'll see what happens. It sounds like it could be plausible, since Golovkin and Eddie Hearn have admitted that they did work on the DAZN deal together. So it only makes sense that they'll continue to work together in future endeavors, I would think. So, but again, can't confirm that with 100% certainty. All right, guys, until next time, Beaver's out. Talk to you all soon. Have a great day. And thank you, as always, for tuning in. And I'll catch you next time. Peace out.